On February 1st of 2020, I died. I must have had a heart attack in my sleep. And when I tell people this, they say, "You sure it's not a dream? You sure it's not a dream?" I go, "Listen, man, I'm 45 years old. I know what a dream is. And this is far from any dream you could ever think of. This was more real than me and you talking right now face to face, because when you die, you feel everything a million times more enhanced than you feel now on earth. I felt every single cell on my body, every single hair I can feel. And you know everything. Your soul knows everything instantly. I knew everything. Boom. I knew I was going to hell when I died. I knew it right away when I knew I died and I knew I was going to hell. Right away, I screamed out the shahada, which in Islam we do. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And I screamed the scream that I screamed. I mean, I will blow the roof off my house. That's how the terrifying scream that you would not. That's how bad I screamed. And I screamed it and I screamed it and I said Allahu Akbar like 8 times. And then right after that, I was wondering, and I'm falling in this black abyss, falling so fast. And I'm wondering, am I going to get up? Am I waking up? Because, sometimes when you have a dream, you're falling and you just pop up like that. That's what I was waiting for. And then it's not. And then my soul's telling me, you're dead. You're dead. You're going to hell for eternity. Once my soul told me that it's not true. When I said Allahu Akbar and I was going, it said, this is not true. You're going to hell for eternity. And when I felt the hopelessness, when you know that you have God separated from you and you don't have God, and there's no hope in your eternity, like there's no hope. I mean, man, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. This feeling of hopelessness is unbearable. I mean, the hopelessness you have on earth is nothing comes close to it.
Mm.
I felt that hopelessness, and then there's this white light flying around me so fast, and I knew it. My soul knew instantly it was my guardian angel, and this guardian angel, and this is the only way I can explain this in life. This angel's voice was the most scariest and the most beautiful voice in one. It was so piercing and it was so desperate for me. I felt the love of this angel was so desperate for me. It's like I knew he was with me my whole life, trying to guide me, trying to help me. And so whatever, I don't know if it was a he or she or it, whatever, but because this voice was unbearable, unbelievable. I can never get it out of my head. Every single day I can hear this voice,
Uh,
and it was coming from this ear and this ear. Amir, please. It was begging me, please, you have to listen, hurry. He can still hear you. You have to tell him before your soul leaves your body. Tell Jesus to save you before your soul leaves your body. Hurry, please, do it now, do it now. And I'm looking down and I see another portal, and that a pit. And I'm like, there's no way. There's no. What do you mean? What do you mean, Jesus? No way. What do you mean? What about Allah? What this and that? And I'm doing this. I'm like, oh my God, oh my. Like, and then I said right before, I said, please, Jesus, come into my heart and save me. In a big flash, in a big thunder, like a thunder, a bolt, like a sound, and the force. When I came back into my body, the force, my body flew off my bed. I was sweating like water. My wife got so terrified. She was gonna call 911. She's like, I was like, well, oh my babe, I had a heart attack. I died. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe. She's like, just go back to bed. Just go. It was like 3 something in the morning. It was late. And I'm like, I didn't sleep. I go, oh my God, there's no way. There's no way this is happening. There's no way. And I still denied it. I go, there's no way. I go, I gotta read the Quran again. I gotta read the Quran. There's no way this can't be happening, because a lot of times in Islam they say the devil plays tricks on you and he comes in. He'll come in looking like a prophet or something. It's kind of ironic because in Galatians 1:7, when I read that, angel of light. So I was like, there's no way. So I cried on the way to work in the morning. I was crying my eyes off, man, crying. I couldn't believe it. So I started reading the Quran, and I took my time, and just to show that I'm not lying and making things up, I write everything down. I have 2 journals. I write everything. So
mm,
I wrote surahs from the Quran that stuck out to me that I want, and I did the same for the Bible. I did them both, and I read them both. And I have 2 journals full. I write everything
wow.
because I keep reading over them so I could memorize, and I memorize them. And when I'm reading, The more I'm reading, the stronger this angel's voice is in my ears. He's the only one that can save you. He's the only one that can save you. Jesus, he's the only one that can save you every time. And then when I read it, when I read about the crucifixion about Jesus, that's when it hit me because I read it before, and when I read it again this time, it was different.
This is what the book of Romans 10, verse 9 to 11 has to say. It said, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you profess your faith and are saved. As scripture says, anyone who believes in him will never be put to shame. For there is no difference between Jews and Gentiles. The same Lord is the Lord of all, and richly bless all who call on him. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. God bless you. God love you. Check out the full video. This is such a great interview. Don't miss it. Subscribe to their channel as well. And this channel. Bye, friends.